Hello and welcome to a new video here on my channel. I am actually for the first time planning in my passion planner on camera. You'll probably see in a flip through in a minute that I have actually planned in this planner before. I did have the big passion planner, the 8.5 by 11 size passion planner. Can't remember what the name of that one was, but this one here is considered the medium size passion planner, and I am actually using an old kit that I had formatted for the Hobonichi weeks, and I am just experimenting to see what stickers, or I guess gauge what sticker kits will work great in this planner. And so crazy enough, it actually ends up working great in my opinion with this planner. It actually inspired a completely new idea to form after I planned this spread. So you'll probably also notice that this spread is actually from I want to say 2018. No, not 2018, 2020. I think. I don't think it was closer to the end of 2019. I'm not exactly sure where this is from, but to be completely transparent with you, I kind of no longer plan in my passion planner. I mean, it's a great planner for time blocking and scheduling, but for me personally, I found myself modifying the layout a little bit too much to my liking. Y'all know how much I love my bullet journal, and for some reason I constantly try to find ways to not be in my bullet journal. I don't know why. Maybe because I want to play in stickers, but it's hard for me to find the equivalent or the medium or the median between sticker playing and functionality. And so I'm still on that journey, and that kind of what prompted this video's topic, planner piece. If you've been in the planner community for a minute, you probably have heard this term used quite a lot. You probably have heard other creators use this term when speaking of their planner lineups or their planning system. Well, me personally, I have written a few blog posts for it, and I have written I have spoken of this topic in some form or fashion throughout the years of my crafting life. So planner piece is generally the unicorn that those in the planner community all seek to find. It's usually that first moment when you feel elation at the fact that you found a system or you found a creative outlet that allows you to get things done in a way that doesn't hinder your everyday life, if that makes sense. And I will say, when I first started planning, I don't know, it was just something just to write notes down in. But I'll say, when I first picked up the classic Happy Planner, and I went kind of crazy with that planner, and at the time my life wasn't as hectic as it is now. I was actually just starting my bachelor's program in college, so all I had really was school to focus on and everyday life things. But at the time I started using the classic Happy Planner, I kind of went the scrapbooking route. And what I mean by that is that I utilized craft paper a whole lot. I utilized stickers heavily. There wasn't really a rhyme or reason to my methodology in creating my weekly spreads. At the time, there also wasn't a lot of shops that I wanted to shop from when it came to stickers mainly. And so I kind of just went off the top of my head. I experimented with a lot of crafting supplies at that time, but when my life started picking up more and I had opened up my shop for the first time, I had to get realistic with myself. I had to understand that this planner isn't functional for you anymore. It's more decorative than anything. So I did dabble into bullet journaling. And crazy enough, bullet journaling actually became a constant companion for me. That was the one planner out of all the years that I have been crafting that I have been able to actually stick with. And to this day, I've tried the Erin Condrens, I've tried the Chic Sparrow Traveler's Notebooks, I've tried the B6 planners, I've gone back to Classic Happy Planner, I've even tried mini Happy Planners, A5s, all different size planners, and my main companion always ends up being my bullet journal. So I said all that to say, especially when it comes to planner piece, I firmly believe that planner piece is something that is intrinsic to the person who is seeking it. And what I mean by that is it's a great thing to play around. There was a time when I don't think people shame other people for hopping from planner to planner or changing planner styles or getting the newest planner or getting the latest planner. But I do think there is a kind of not an elitist attitude, but a, that's not a necessary, it's like, you're doing too much kind of attitude towards people who bounce from planner to planner. My philosophy or my outlook on it is that you won't really know what works for you until you try out different things. Like, I would have never known that bullet journaling was something I was even interested in if I hadn't tried my hand at it, if I hadn't tried my hand at other planners, if I hadn't tried different planning styles, if I hadn't watched other planners or other crafters to see how they do it. Planner piece to me, I think it's an ideology that people seem to feel as if they have to have, and for me, planner piece is whatever works in that moment. And what I mean by that is there are some times when my bullet journal just won't cut it. Like, for example, my bullet journal, I have more than just my weekly spreads in my bullet journal, and sometimes I feel as if my weekly spreads are a hindrance to me focusing on the other important spreads that I have going on within my bullet journal spread for that month. And so I have a hard time keeping up with the other trackers I have within that month. And so I attempt to kind of cut my planner in half by saying that I will do my weekly spreads in a separate planner and focus on the main parts of the necessaries of my monthly accountability, I don't know how else to say it, in my bullet journal. And I did try that actually for the month of March. I did try that. So I had put all of my important spreads, like my content calendar, my brain dump, my reading tracker, all the stuff that I like to keep track of at any given month. I did have all of that in my March spread, and I did not include a weekly section. I instead went back to the Passion Planner and I tried to use the Passion Planner. I only was able to get to day 3 or Wednesday in that week for the Passion Planner in the first week of March 2021 before I had to give up the ghost and admit that I am a bullet journaler. This is what I love to use. Now it's time to figure out how to utilize your other planners in your collection in a way that you feel as if they're just not taking up space. So I have found my planner piece by testing things out, by doing a process of elimination. What is that one planner that you always go back to? Maybe that's something you need to ask yourself if you are seeking planner piece. If a Hobonichi Weeks is something that you go back to all the time, maybe that should be your main planner, because I don't think there's any planner out there that can be the everything for every planner. Because me, like I said, I enjoy playing with stickers, but I also enjoy functionality. So my bullet journal allows me to have that functional aspect, and it also allows me a decorative aspect because I do have a monthly theme for my bullet journal. But when I want to play with stickers, I can always do a memory spread in any of my given planners, or I can craft sticker kits for the different planners that I have in my collection. For right now, I have the Classic Happy Planner, I have the B6 Print Pression, I have the Medium Passion Planner, and I can play around with those different those different planners and create sticker kits and stickers geared or catered to those particular planners. So I have found my unicorn. I have found my planner piece. Now, I'm not saying that this is something that will never change, because that's the beauty of being a planner. Things will change in the future. But the way things are set up now is that I know that if I can't find a planner that has the planner spread or planner layout that I want, like let's say for example, I don't want a vertical layout, or I don't want a horizontal, or I don't even want a daily layout. I just want to have a bunch of lists. My bullet journal can provide that for me, because I can craft that weekly layout however I want to without feeling as if I've wasted money purchasing something that I'm not going to use again. That was probably a long tirade, probably a long tangent, probably something that you're like, well, you said a whole lot of nothing and I'm still in the same rut. I guess bottom line is, play around with what it is you're interested in. If you're interested in the latest planners that are out there, the newest, the trendiest thing that's out there, play around with it. You know, if you're able, purchase it. You know, try your hand at it to see if that works, if that size works for you, if the layout works for you, if the paper quality works for you, whatever it is. Just test it out and see if it works for you, because what do you have to lose? Either it works for you or it doesn't, and you move on. There's not really a downside to trying things out. So yeah, that's one thing I am kind of grateful for with the Passion Planner, with including this planner style into my crafting life, because I was at the time looking for an hourly planner, and I had purchased the Erin Condren before the whole scandal situation happened with the owner. And I think I had 2 of them at the time, but in my trying to uncoil them to kind of add 2 of them together instead of just having 2 separate planners, I kind of messed up the coil, and kaput, the planner was kind of dead on arrival. I still have the inserts, I just don't have a coil. But so the Passion Planner was a great runner up, and at the time I had purchased the large one, and it was too large. It was too large, and I had no idea there were some weeks that I didn't even fill up half the space, and I found myself trying to figure out, okay, how in the heck do I fill up the space that's left? And so I figured I needed to go down a size, so that's why I picked up the medium. And it worked for me for a minute, but it's the bottom half. It's like once the hours go away, it was the bottom half that really started frustrating me, because as you see in the video, I do too much at the bottom to kind of fit what I need it for, because I actually like the layout of the Passion Planner is kind of like a layout I have for one of my bullet journal spreads, where I have my to-do list at the bottom and I have the hourly section up top. So I've done this layout before in my bullet journal. I just wanted more of an official look to it. And yeah, I don't know, I might go back to the Passion Planner, I don't know, but for right now I can recreate this type of spread in my bullet journal and still have it work with everything else I have going on. So yeah, it's not a whole lot that I really need to fixate on when it comes to figuring out, I don't know, just figuring out what I want. So that's pretty much what I have to say about planner piece. I hope I was able to help y'all just think about the term planner piece, or just think about what it can mean for you. And I'm interested in knowing what kind of planner you guys enjoy planning in, or what's your go-to planner when you're in a rut, or when you're just looking for some functionality. Leave your comments down below and I'll be sure to respond to you all, and I will leave you all to the rest of this video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.